going on? This is George Torres from SofritoForYourSoul.com. I'm here with
Kristen from DivasDrivingHills.com.
and we're doing a special collabo here in North Philly today. We're checking out some of the beautiful art that North Philadelphia has to offer, and we're here with Betsy Casañas, who's from
North Philly.
North Philly. Tell us a little bit about your gallery.
Well, I started a Semilla Arts Initiative, not Semilla, I started a Scion Drive gallery in 2010, and it's an alternative space where artists, musicians, and dancers, just artists of all mediums, can come together and have a space to tell their story. The idea for a Scion Drive gallery was a takeoff of Semilla Arts Initiative, which I started in 2007. And Semilla is a grassroots initiative that uses art as a catalyst for social change in underserved communities. So having the people activated in the community, having the people take an active part in the transformation of the community. But the gallery is really exploring different artists, what people are doing in different parts of the world.
Okay. So based on all the conversations we had today and all the beautiful art that we've seen, one of the things that I guess differentiate Philly from a lot of other places is that people actually get paid to do art here. So these murals are not street graffiti, they're not, beyond the law. This is actually commissioned street work, correct?
Right. The Philadelphia Mural Arts Program is a program that's been around for about 30 years, and they work with various artists from Philadelphia and different parts to do these really beautiful projects.
And there's a very wide diversity in terms of the artists, right? I've seen work from Colombian artists today. You have work from all different diasporas. Talk to me about some of the most prominent artists that are in the community. Like who, besides you? Because we know you got it on lock. You got the good walls on lock.
Well, I mean, there's definitely a lot of great artists. Amber Arts Initiative has. Make a left here.
Okay.
Amber Arts Initiative is a local collective that's been doing absolutely amazing work. So Willis Nomo, Kier Johnston, Ernell Martinez, all fantastic artists. We had a friend that passed away recently from, not recently, a few years ago, Ali Paz. There's Cesar Riveros. We have
who did the mosaics in the taller?
Joe Brennan, actually. Joe Brennan did the mosaic at Taller Puertorriqueño, and he is a fantastic artist that's been working in the community since like the 90s. I actually worked with him when I was about 19 years old. You
know what I find so interesting about Philadelphia and this barrio area right here is that I feel like almost every artist has like a doppelganger in New York. Like the artist that you just talked about the mosaics. Like Manny Vega would be our version of him in New York. So are there artists here that you think that that are ready for the next level, are ready for like full scale exhibitions and museums and things of that nature?
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of us have been working with various museums on different projects, but there's definitely a lot of artists that are really ready for the next thing, really creating their own thing. We have all these wonderful projects that eventually manifest into something else, and once we have a need that we find in our own community, obviously these skills that we've acquired working through the Mural Arts program become something else. So absolutely, I think a lot of us are at that stage right now where we're really looking.
So one of the activists and artists, where do you see this scene in Philly 5 years from now? Like, what is your goal?
My goal, obviously, would be to have more people from the neighborhood actually taking an active part in these projects. With what I do, I have the studio in North Philly, where we're creating murals year round. I open up my studio from 10 to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and invite the local community members to participate. But ideally what happens is that I attract several young women, in their 20s, make a right here.
Okay.
In their 20s, and have them, hopefully get an interest in public art. There's very few women in public art, and ideally we would have more people from the neighborhood, more people from these parts really understand their voice in this particular community. So I would love to see more women from the neighborhood actually be part of this whole movement, this whole project. So, you know, having the mural arts the way I'm doing it in North Philly is really about working every day with the people and having them understand how they can put a little bit.
So are there any programs for really young kids? Like, you know,
there's loads of programs. There's loads of programs all over the place for really young kids, for teenagers. What there's a lack of is programming for adults, which is what I try to cover.
Gotcha.
So I work with students freshly out of college, students that are still in school, because my work really touches on a lot of different things. I'm working in underserved communities. I'm working in neighborhoods that are struggling with violence, with drug activity, with, you know, everything that comes along with living in a poor community is what we're kind of facing. So it's really understanding how to get people out of their houses and participate. So when I'm working with various groups, the idea is to have them participate, and then when they leave, they're understanding how to work in different community settings, right? Sometimes we have groups that are coming in from, you know, different universities. We have people that are directors of organizations. We have foundations that will come in to participate in days of service. So it's about understanding how to kind of, I'm kind of rambling.
Well,
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I had a quick question.
Yeah.
Can you kind of talk us through the process from, you know, finding inspiration to actually getting out there and painting?
Yeah. We're actually going to make a left right here. This is actually
right
going
here.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this real quick.
Okay.
This is actually the beginning of the block. So the murals are going to be on the second level, and so right here, make a left.
Oh, okay.
This is the 30 building block. I designed for 47 buildings, but 30 were approved.
Can you unlock the window?
Oh,
Sorry.
is that what you were asking? No, there we go.
There you go. Just in case I got a good shot or something.
So right now, to answer your question, the process. Right now I'm doing a project that's independent. It's a Semilla Arts Initiative project. I'm linking up with Kensington Hospital, and they wanted me to show a piece that's representative of the neighborhood. So there's such a lack of positive attention on the young Latinos, the young African American boys, especially when it comes to family units. So what I wanted to do with this particular piece that represents the neighborhood is I actually have an image of a friend of mine, young Puerto Rican artist, with his 3-year-old daughter, and she's on his shoulders and kissing him. And there's such a lack of media, a lack of artwork that really focuses on relationships between fathers and daughters.
Wow.
So with that one, I'm doing a piece on that, because there are a lot of wonderful fathers in the neighborhood that have made a tremendous impact on their children's lives. Right? So this starts right here,
Okay.
and kind of goes all the way over there. The biggest one is going to be on the corner. So this is our 3rd-year Porchlight project. And then the corner is the 2nd year.
Got you.
And this project is actually,
How long did it take?
this is 3.5 years. Not for this block. This block I did in a year.
Okay.
Then that corner building, we could park anywhere actually.
Okay.
So this is the larger one.
Oh, right
And
here.
you have to see it from across the street.
Okay.
Alright, so just pull right in.
This, right. This is perfect.
It is a bus stop, but if I have to jump in, I'll handle that. Just put the hazards on. This is gonna be the. Oh, you're right. They put a banner on this one too, huh?
I know. Yeah. I've been working with the same organization for about 7 years.
So before we park and get out, what are you guys doing to to engage the illegal artists, you know, the ones that do the nighttime graffiti?
I mean, in my studio, I work with everybody, and you know, I think in Philadelphia, there's definitely a lot of spots where they are able to work, but you know, I don't think the graffiti art and the mural art, I don't think there's much of a difference. So there are people that are able to go out and really, I mean, some people are doing it. You know, I was working with young artists when I was doing Semilla, and it's really about having them understand that, you know, they're talented. They're actually doing really beautiful things, and it's about really having conversations with people, having conversations with you know, owners of buildings, owners of organizations, so that they could actually do their thing publicly and with a lot of pride, you know, and not feel like it's something that they're doing that's not good, you know, because the moment that you start hiding, then you know that becomes
you don't want the shame that's associated with that.
Right.
Thank you.
Cool.